Hi, Derek O'Brien here. I am donating some oldies but goodies to the good folks at the Punk Rock Museum. I'd like to give a special shout out to Lisa Brownlee, Lisa Johnson, Mona Wetzel, and especially Bax Baxter for helping make this all come together. And I'm really looking forward to seeing the museum and supporting it. So, I have got two lone survivors from early Social Distortion, as I am also one. I've got, I think it's a 1969, I'm not exactly sure about the year. It was part of the 1969 chopping block kit that I used with early Social Distortion recordings and also on Another State of Mind tour. So this is Roger's Dynasonic snare drum that was part of that kit. And this is the lone surviving chopping block tom that, along with the snare, sat in storage for many years. And then later, actually just a few years ago, I was able to find another Rogers chopping block kit. Originally, the kit made it back from tour and through the recordings, and then fell out of a truck on the way to a show in Arizona, and so most of it was trashed, but I put these two in storage, and then here they are now. So these made it through the recording of the original 1945 single, 3 songs, and this is, I'm including a sleeve, and that is with 1945 Under My Thumb and Playpen. And you can see the back cover with the 4 originals. Kind of a interesting little blurb there, which was actually Monk's doing. Monk designed the cover. So yeah, no more Monk, no more Brent, no more Dennis, but the music lives on, and with the Punk Rock Museum, for instance, they're well represented, and they'll always be well represented. So, stoked about that. Also, Kid made it through the Another State of Mind tour, which was Social Distortion and Youth Brigade. Here's an original tour poster, front and back. Actually, here's the back, same thing. So the original event where it was aired was a little VFW hall, and we sat in folding chairs and watched on a screen with a projector back in the analog days. And then near the end of the movie, Tony from the Adolescents was feeling his punk and oats and mischievousness, and decided he would get up and knock over the projector. So for years, I actually didn't know how the movie ended until it came out on a cable show called Night Flight, and then came out on video, and I was like, oh shit, that's really how it ended? But that was interesting. Speaking of Tony, I ended up working with him later with the Adolescents and getting to produce their sort of comeback album after about 10 years of hiatus, OC Confidential. And this is a picture of us on the OC Weekly after the album came out. Originally, it was the two, Agnew brothers, Frank and Rick, and of course Steve Soto, who's also no longer with us, but will be well remembered and represented. And this is Frankie Jr. So, did a lot of touring through North America, did Europe, and a bunch of local shows with them. A lot of good stuff. So, this is all included in the exhibit. Here's an early Social Distortion photo, which I believe is the Vex Club, and that would have been 82, 83, something like that. Just hanging out after playing. And this was a shot by Dina Douglas, who, along with Ed Culver, used to come to just all the punk rock shows back in the day, and always be there to catch, everything as it happened. And then they would work tirelessly to develop their own photos, and then they would show up at the next show with these photos and just give them out to the band members. which is amazing. Like, you don't, where do you see that? But that was just how you did it, you know, that was how they got album covers and magazine covers and, you know, spreads in magazines and so on. So, you know, major kudos to Dina and Ed. I don't have Ed's photos with me right now, but, you know, here's a Dina Douglas. Here's two more Dina Douglas photos. This one was playing with Social Distortion at the Cafe de Grand. Some of you might remember. A lot of fun and a lot of craziness at Cafe de Grand. Many stories that I'll tell another time. But yeah, this is down there, and I don't remember who we were playing with at that show, but it was a very rambunctious show, to say the least. Let's see. And this was the Whiskey in 1982, and I believe it was with Bad Religion and I think Christian Death. So, interesting bill, and just, you know, a lot of fun.